gentle, melancholic, reflective underscore begins and fades to background. Imagine for a moment Bruce Wayne, not as the Caped Crusader, but simply as a man watching his dearest friend unravel. He sees the subtle shifts, the tightened jaw, the flashes of uncontrollable anger, the dangerous glint in the eye of a man he knows, loves, and deeply respects. This isn't just some new villain emerging from Gotham's shadows. This is the agonizing, slow-motion destruction of Harvey Dent, Gotham's charismatic district attorney, and one of the few true allies Bruce Wayne ever allowed himself to have. In the world of Batman the Animated Series, the origin of Two-Face is painted not just as a supervillain's birth, but as a profoundly personal tragedy for Bruce Wayne. It's a story that sears itself into the very fabric of Batman's psyche, leaving a scar far deeper than any physical wound. Before the coin, before the acid, there was Harvey Dent, the shining beacon of justice in a city drowning in corruption. He was Gotham's White Knight, eloquent, driven, and fiercely dedicated to upholding the law. And for Bruce Wayne, Harvey was more than just a colleague. He was a true confidant, a best friend who shared Bruce's fundamental belief in justice, even if their methods diverged. They understood each other, shared ideals, and, in a city full of masks and shadows, their bond was a rare, genuine connection. But beneath Harvey's polished exterior, a storm was brewing. The relentless pressure of his job, the constant exposure to Gotham's depravity, began to chip away at his sanity. He suffered from a deeply suppressed, aggressive alternate personality, a violent, reckless alter ego nicknamed Big Bad Harv by his colleagues, often dismissed as a dark joke. Bruce, with his keen understanding of the human mind and his own internal struggles, saw the danger. He witnessed Harvey's increasingly erratic outbursts, his sudden fits of rage, and the moments where the line between control and chaos blurred. He tried to help, gently urging Harvey to seek professional help, to acknowledge the growing darkness within. But Harvey, proud and convinced he could handle it, pushed back, denying the severity of his condition, convinced he was stronger than his demons. This is where the true tragedy begins to unfold. Bruce, as Batman, was a master of prevention, of protecting the innocent. But how do you protect someone from themselves? How do you save a friend from a war being waged within his own mind? Bruce felt the frustration, the helplessness, as he watched Harvey descend further, drawn into a dangerous game of cat and mouse with the ruthless mob boss Rupert Thorne. Harvey became obsessed with bringing Thorne down, his righteous crusade bordering on a reckless vendetta fueled by his inner turmoil. The climax arrived in a chemical plant, a chaotic confrontation between Thorne's thugs, Batman, and an increasingly unhinged Harvey Dent. Bruce, as Batman, fought desperately, not just against Thorne's men, but to shield Harvey, to contain the volatile situation. He saw the fury in Harvey's eyes, the barely contained rage that threatened to erupt. And then, in a terrifying flash, it happened. During the struggle, a vat of chemicals exploded, splashing acid across half of Harvey's face. The physical scarring was instantaneous and horrifying. But what truly shattered Bruce was watching Harvey's mind break in that very moment. The agony, the shock, the sheer trauma of the disfigurement served as the catalyst. It didn't create the monster, it merely ripped away the last vestiges of the man, fully unleashing Big Bad Harv upon the world. The kind, principled district attorney was gone, replaced by a being of pure duality, ruled by the flip of a coin, embodying the very chaos and aggression Harvey had struggled so desperately to suppress. For Bruce Wayne, this wasn't just another villain's origin story. This was a profound, deeply personal failure. He had seen the warning signs, he had tried to intervene, but he had ultimately failed to save his best friend from his own inner demons. Harvey's transformation into Two-Face became a living, breathing monument to Bruce's guilt, a constant reminder of the line he couldn't hold, the friend he couldn't reach. The tragedy of Two-Face in Batman the Animated Series isn't just about a good man falling, it's about Batman's unique burden. Every time Batman confronts Two-Face, he's not just fighting a criminal, he's grappling with the ghost of Harvey Dent, the friend he lost, the man he tried and failed to save.
It's a wound that never truly heals, a source of immense pain and guilt that defines a fundamental part of his never-ending war on crime. Music gently swells. This version of Two-Face's origin resonates so deeply because it adds layers of raw human tragedy to Batman's world. It's a powerful narrative about the limits of heroism and the enduring pain of loss. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. How did this portrayal of Two-Face's origin impact you? What other character origins in Batman the Animated Series do you find particularly compelling or tragic? Share your insights in the comments below. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, please consider subscribing for more deep dives into the stories that shape our favorite heroes.